Hi, it's Paul here, and today what I want to talk about is something that some of you might be familiar with, the disease to please. Now, um, it's a little bit like being a perfectionist, I suppose. But you can't please everybody all the time, so just don't try, really. Um, what I'll do, I'm going to use a few different examples here to try and explain sort of what I'm talking about. And I'm going to use the different things. Um, I'm going to use an example. This is all got to do with business and also with and I'll use health as an example, and also um, my being a handicapper in masters athletics. I'm going to use these things to try and talk about this disease to please. Now, um, let's say I'll start with being a handicapper for masters sprint racing. Um, Now, some years ago, I became the sprint handicapper at a couple of different venues, and before I was the sprint handicapper, as in what I see with a lot of situations with handicaps, in a situation where you have a series of heats and a final, you'll get people what they call running dead to try and get a better handicap for the final. Now. Um, this has been going on for years and years and years. It's different places and different countries everywhere. Um, but the thing is, it's not really a fair thing. It's not. It doesn't really bring everyone onto a level playing field. So when I decided that I wanted to be a sprint handicapper, I wanted to make it as best I could so that everyone had a fair go. So I started implementing some rules which would mean that from one heat to the next, people couldn't. It wouldn't matter if they ran dead; they weren't going to get any help from the handicapper because I handicapped them on their personal best times, basically. So if they weren't running their best times, well, that's their problem. It's not up to the handicapper to try and make them faster. Of course, the only time that they would get change in the handicap was if they ran better than their personal best. So anyway, but what I'm trying to get across with this, and I don't want to try and ramble on too much, but what I'm trying to get across is the fact that there are some people don't like this type of handicapping, but some people do. The people that want that definitely are above board and do everything by the rules and that sort of thing like it. But the people that like to try and bend the system to their own end generally don't like it. But, you could be one of these handicappers that, sometimes will change for some people and others not and all that sort of thing, trying to please everyone all the time. Um, no, just either do it one way or do it the other way, you know. Um, and if you, it's a bit like having opinions on different things. It's like don't be a fence sitter. If you want to take a stand on something, take a stand one way or the other. But I might even make that tomorrow's video about fence sitters and what I think about them. But anyway, just going on more with today. Um, I'm also going to use the example of some of you may have seen that I've been posting things to do with the truth about cancer, and it's something that I'm particularly passionate about because I've had members of my family die from cancer and other people that I know recently and so forth. And um, I believe that it's totally unnecessary. Cancer in itself is in just about every case should never happen. It's being treated completely wrong by the medical profession and so forth. But anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail other than the fact that um, if I didn't say what I thought about it or didn't post things on what I thought about it, I could be seen as being, I guess, a fence sitter or someone without an opinion or someone that, because I don't say things one way or the other, I try to please everybody and not upset anybody. But that's not really who I am. I mean, I have opinions about things, and what you're going to find is that um, with taking a stand on things and giving your opinion, the people that will agree with you will like you even more. Um, the people that don't agree with you, well, they shouldn't. They really shouldn't like you any less. But some people just can't, can't get over that thing. If you don't agree with them, they don't want to know you anymore, and that's kind of silly. I mean, recently, well, not recently, a couple of years ago, a situation where I was having a bit of a dig at a particular football team, which a lot of people don't like, and but just having a bit of fun. But they actually they actually blocked me on Facebook, or Twitter. It was actually, they blocked me on Twitter because I said something about their football team. I mean, it's just a game, isn't it? But but that's the thing. You've got to. People have opinions, and voice them. Don't don't try and please everybody by not saying anything. Have an opinion, and yeah. Anyway, that's probably going more into what I might talk about tomorrow with the fence sitting. Um, as far as business goes, well, it's a kind of I'll use the example of online marketing, which is what I do now. It's my stand on it is that I believe that it's far better to go with the slower earning, safer, more secure and stable type businesses rather than go for the fast money, earn really quick, get rich quick sort of may not be around for terribly long things. Now, the thing is, some people will agree with me and some people will disagree. But I will promote the way and the things that I prefer, which is the slow, safer stuff. There'll be people that probably won't want to know about what I'm talking about because they want the fast earning stuff. Well, you can't please everybody all the time, But at least take a stand and go with it. Anyway, that's all for today.